Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for August 30th, 31st, September 1st, and 2nd. That's Monday through Thursday. Now, I'm using my Radley Valentine decks. I will use my Archangel Power Tarot cards for the main message. I will use my Angel Tarot cards for just pull one, kind of see what else it can say. I will also pull from my Emily Anderson crystal deck. Now, I've prayed, meditated, infused all the decks with Reiki energy. Just remember that this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power. My job is just to deliver the message no matter what. Remember, reversed cards have a little more meaning. When I speak about higher power, to you, that could be higher power, guardian angel, spirit guide, voice of the universe, your divine, the source, whoever that is to you, that's your personal journey. Okay? Okay. Now, I've also pulled out my guardian angel cards, and I do feel that we need to have a little bit of encouragement for this week. We do have Libra, or Mercury is transversing into Libra, and that will be on the 30th. Now, Mercury in Libra, Libra has a lot of justice energy. It has a lot of right and wrong energy. It has a lot of, the sword energy. And think about the sword. The sword cuts through the air. The sword is what, again, right through wrong type of thing. It will be, Mercury is about communications. Mercury is also about business, electronic issues also, or electronics, I should say. Mercury's going to be in Libra for a little over 2 months. So it's going to be an interesting time. So it'll be there from August 30th until November 5th. It also goes retrograde around the 27th, and I think it's the 27th. And then that's a whole different thing. And we'll talk about that as we get closer, because that will actually be in Libra season. So again, honesty and communications. Remember, yes, I know, Saturn is in Aquarius, and that's illusion versus reality. So there could be some interesting things coming over. The communications, things being very brutally honest. I do feel that Mercury will probably not have a lot of tact. I think it's just going to be right there in your face. So now, I have shuffled, I have cut. We're going to pull just one card and see what we might have, just an overlying energy for this week. Here we go. Choose freedom. Now that's interesting with this. So this is a 15. Lots and lots of change energy here. Lots of change energy. 5 is about change, positive, negative. 5s also have grace. So there's a lot of things that maybe we don't, maybe we don't deserve it, but a lot of times the universe does give us grace through these times. So again, so we have the 15. 1 is a new beginning. You can look at it as a 10 plus 5. 10 would be your transition. And like I said, 5 is change. Change, positive, negative, neutral. Okay, choose freedom. Sometimes you may feel as though your way is blocked, but often that's just an illusion. Remember, illusion versus reality. You could free yourself from the obstacles that you are so focused on by choosing a different path. Turn your thoughts away from negativity and instead envision endless other possibilities you might act upon. Oh my goodness. I think that that's very powerful words. I think that we need to remember what that is. I think I also need to bring down my camera a little bit. Sorry about that. But again, choose freedom. And it does bring to mind, I've been trying to do some blogging on my my website. And what I'll do is many times I'll find other articles and I will reference those. You'll actually see the links to the articles, and I'll do a couple of paragraphs on my thoughts. There was an article that I think was last week or the end of the week before, and it was called David and Goliath. If you have not read it, please read it, because it does explain a lot of things that are going on right now. Okay. Anyway, we need to make sure that we keep our thoughts positive, that we do not feed the dark energy with fear, and we just keep going forward with the light that we are. Okay? Okay. Let's start our readings now. Hello, my Sagittariuses. How are you? Well, I keep getting the message when I'm, as I'm coming and I'm preparing. When are you making your move? When are you doing it? What's going on? Why? What's holding you back? Anyway, not sure what that's all about, but just letting you know. Okay, I feel like your rest, as in your time off, it's done. It's time to get things going again. Oh, okay, so that one's flying out at me. There's a lot of stuff waiting for you. So we have the fives. Fives is about change, positive, negative. Five is also grace. So that's a lovely thing that as we go through our changes, as we go through these, whether positive or negative, there's grace that's going to help us to go through them with some gentleness, with some mercy. Now, Gabriel is your energy. It's also Aries. It's also Leo, passionate, burning, determined. And I've been feeling with the fire energies very consuming. So it's almost like you can't focus on anything else but what this, whatever this is that you're putting forward, whatever this is that you're trying to move on with. Let's see if we can, there we go. That's a little better. Anyway, the five, again, there's a lot that you have to get done. There's a lot that you have to do. There's some struggles. There's some people that are trying to throw things in your way, little landmines in many ways. You can avoid them. Part of the time is to let them blow up, but the other part, not necessarily in your face, because no, you're actually in a better place, but let it blow back onto them. Let it be, because it will show what they're doing. Okay? Does that make sense? Well, anyway, that five of Gabriel has a lot of power for you for this week. Anyway, a challenge you can resolve. Withdraw from the drama of others. Have patience with yourself and those around you. Okay, let's see what else we have. Perspective. So remember the numbers. We have a 5, a 1, 2. This is Archangel Chamuel. Now, and then we have a 12. So 12, we have the 1 or a 10 energy. 1 is new beginnings. 10 is transition. 2 has some crossroads decisions to make. And sometimes it's coming together as a bigger group. And actually then we have the 1 plus 2 becomes a 3. 3 has a lot of power. The Trinity. There's a lot of power in threes that, do something 3 times, say something 3 times, come together with the total of 3 people. A lot of energy with that. It's also about creativity. Now, perspective is also maybe what you've been doing needs to be done just a little bit differently. It's looking at things, maybe it's not looking at things straight on. Maybe you need to look at it with a different filter or through a different lens. It's not necessarily seeing things. It's also looking deeper into something. So what's necessarily being presented to you may not necessarily be what is the reality. Remember what I said about, Saturn and Aquarius, seeing there's the illusion and seeing deeper into what the reality is. You've got some very strong energy this week, my Sagittarius. You're making some big moves. If not necessarily in the physical, then in the metaphysical. There is such energy swirling around. Again, you need to look at, what is the truth versus what is not. And many times people like to present what is not instead of what is. Okay, let's see what this is all about. There's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. All right, next card, last card here. The Queen of Gabriel. Now, you are the Queen of Gabriel. This is your time to spread your wings. This is the time for you, again, like what I said, what's stopping you? This is the time for you to make some movement. Queen's underlying energy is water, so it's very emotional, but it's also very caring energy. It's very loving energy, but this is Gabriel. This is your energy. This is very passionate. This is let's go, let's do, let's be. There's a lot of boldness with the Queen of Gabriel too, but her energy, whether male or female, her energy is not so much harmful. She wants to protect which is hers, but she's willing to let her children, her little birds, leave the nest because she knows it's the right thing. The Queen of Gabriel knows knows to do the right thing and doesn't necessarily, keep people or keep her little birds or keep the people that she loves, cares about. It's not like she's trying to control them. In fact, she's more or less saying, fly off, little birds, fly off, my children, type of energy. Now, that could be definitely in your work. I mean, could be in your home or your family. It could be a personal, intimate relationship. It could even be your work relationship. It's letting others be who they are, letting them do what is needed. But you, yourself, what you need to do, you need to fly high. Okay. Anyway, wow. Passionate, charming, brilliant, independent. You can do anything right now. Go after what you want. The ability to attract helpful people. Very strong. So now we have the 512 is the numbers. Definitely look them up and see. You know, if you add 512 together, it becomes an 8. 8 is unlimited opportunities. So take a look at it, at those numbers also. Here we go. Let's see what we have with this. Okay. Ace. Ace of Earth. Now, I'm getting kind of a rebirth energy here. You know, Earth energy is our Virgo. We're in Virgo. It is also Capricorn, Taurus, very much your home, your job, very tangible energy. And with aces, aces are ones and new beginnings. I'm kind of seeing like it's like a rebirth energy here. Rebirth in your Earth energies, in your career, in your job. You know, it's like you're stepping into your place. You know, maybe this is a promotion, maybe, but I kind of get this whole rebirth energy, like the Earth has gone through its fallow times. I know, it's like, oh, you're really right. But it's kind of like your Earth energy has gone through its fallow times, fallow being that it's been the preparation time, and now it's time for you to spring forward. Now, I know that the spring is coming for the people in the southern hemisphere as opposed to the northern hemisphere. We're going to be entering when Libra season starts. The northern hemisphere will be going into the fall and the southern hemisphere into the spring. But I'm kind of getting this spring is here, spring forward, things being rebirthed type of energy for my Sagittarius. All right, let me know. Let me know what that's all about. But the inflow of abundance, a promising business venture, important documents or contracts. So remember, I don't do legal advice, so always have, you know, make sure if you're signing anything, get the lawyer. If this has to do with anything financially, you know, make sure you have the financial people, you know, help you with that. Anyway, let's see. You've got some major action. I'm not saying that it's going to be totally easy, but it will be how you look at things. But again, that Ace of Earth, and now, you know, it's funny because you would think that it would have been the Fool or the New Beginning card, but I'm really getting a rebirth. So it could be a rebirth of your career, you know, a rebirth of just your situation. And I like it. I do like it. I like it a lot. But remember, birth is not easy. So I imagine a rebirth is not easy either. Okay. What crystal or energy for my Sagittariuses? This is reversed. Moonstone. Oh, now it's funny that I would speak about rebirth. We have female fertility. Is this a rebirth of a relationship of some sort? Well, you know, it could be. Calming emotions, attracting new love, growth. Oh my gosh. My Sagittariuses, you definitely have to tell me what this is all about. I love it. It's a time of rebirth for you. And I'm like, how is that going to happen? Well, you know what? Things happen and we don't have to understand. Okay, my Sagittariuses, remember the button. Like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell for notifications. No matter what the world throws at us, my Sagittariuses, always know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.